Hey everyone, it's Kathleen from Inspired Soul 444. Hope you're doing well. Just thought I'd pull some cards, see what comes out for us. We are in what's called an eclipse corridor. We had a solar eclipse in Leo back on the 12th, and we have one coming up on the 27th that will be a lunar eclipse, and that will be in the sign of Pisces. So I know that a lot of people are going through some stuff right now and have been for the past couple of weeks. Eclipses are often a time of unexpected things coming into your life. Unexpected endings is often the case. And I've had that in my life. I have friends that have lost loved ones, that have lost pets in the past couple of weeks, where just lots of changes coming in. And it's also a time of immense emotional upheaval. So things come into the surface that you just can't ignore anymore. A lot of karmic stuff, karmic patterns that have been on repeat. And perhaps you thought you were done with them, but subconsciously they're still there, and they're coming up for you to really look at honestly, face those feelings, work through them, move through them, allow them, see what you can learn from them. It's a prime time to do that, I do believe. So anyway, if you're going through some challenges right now, if you've had some loss, some unexpected shifts, things that have caused you disruption and turmoil, then sending my love to you, and hold steady as best you can, okay? Really is a time that we need to take good care of ourselves. Whatever that means to you, however you do that in your life, you got to double down, okay? All right, so let's see what the cards are going to show for us. We'll get, I don't know, I'm thinking maybe we'll start with 3 and go from there. I also got a message this morning when I was in meditation, and I may end up linking a video to that, because that was a powerful message about the energies that we're dealing with right now. And so that might be something that's coming. All right. Actually, let's go through these, and then I'll get some more. Okay, so the first card we get is the 6 of Swords. 6 of Swords is about moving away from something that was turbulent and moving on to calmer waters. Perhaps there's some sadness there, which this figure often reminds me of. But, and perhaps this eclipse has done that for some of you, caused you to have to move on from something. And maybe that was unexpected. But keep the faith, because you have the strength to get through this turbulence and to move to a period where there will be a calmer situation for you. The next card we get is the 5 of Pentacles. The 5 of Pentacles is about, it's like that scarcity mindset. It's lack. It's the belief that nothing's going your way. But perhaps it requires a shift in your perspective, because if they look, they could actually go inside this building where it is warm, right? And there is light in there. But they're not even aware of it, because the fear is there in their thoughts that things are just really difficult. And that may perhaps be very true. I'm not discounting that at all. But even in the most challenging of times, if we dig deep, there is a strength within us. There is a light within us. And we can, if we try, and if we also ask for help from our angels and guides, we can find a light. We can find a light. And sometimes it really does start with shifting that mindset, shifting out of that lack mentality. The next card we get is the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is a beautiful card of fulfillment. It's wish fulfillment. It's that emotional fulfillment where you may have worked very hard to achieve a goal, and now you can sit and you can say, wow, I did it. I actually did it. And be proud of yourself for that. I hope, sorry guys, hang on, I hope that some of you are sitting in that Nine of Cups energy right now. All right, let's see, let's get some more. What else? Okay. What else do we need to know? Okay. So we get the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles, to me, it sort of can be a stubborn energy. It's like holding on to something for dear life, right? Like how he's holding on to these pentacles right now. Perhaps, you know, you've reached this state, right, on your own, where you're feeling pretty good. And perhaps at the same time, you could be in a situation where you're so afraid of change, of something happening to that you're just holding on for dear life. And I also feel when I see this card, I get that energy of like hoarding. Are you holding on to things that really you would be best served to let go of? What are you holding on so tightly to right now? Are you trying to do it all on your own? Is there room for opening up and letting go and for something new to come into your life? I don't know. Because it's interesting. What comes next is the Seven of Wands. This is about boundaries. It's about putting up walls. And so that could have something to do with this energy right here. Holding on so tight, putting up a wall, trying to stay in your own little world. Maybe that's a message for somebody right there. But it also could be a reminder for someone out there that it is important to hold steady to your boundaries, right? We need to have boundaries in relationships. That's very important. So, but make sure you're not doing it in a way that's closing out or holding on too tightly, in a way that might be closing you off, is what I meant to say. And then we get the Six of Pentacles. So that to me is like the opposite of this one. So this one was the Five of Pentacles, and then the Six of Pentacles. This is about reciprocity and equal give and take. So make sure that the energy that you're expending, right, outward into this world, that you're not overgiving. That's the message I feel like I want to give to somebody out there, that you're not overgiving to the detriment of yourself, right? You've got to have a balance. But every relationship, it's not going to be 100% equal all the time. There's usually one person has to give a little bit more at times than another person, because maybe there's illness or injury or some situation which the other person has to step up because one person isn't capable, and that's okay. So just a reminder for some of you out there to make sure that you are doing what you need to do to take care of yourself and not overgive. All right, why don't we pull a few oracle cards? I haven't pulled from this deck for a while. This deck is Angels, Gods, and Goddesses by Tony Carmine Salerno. Let's see what the angels want to tell us today. These cards are a little bit tricky to shuffle. All right. Let's see, the card that just came right away was Angel of Abundance. A steady flow of abundance is about to manifest. I love that. So maybe that has to do with this card right here. So trust, but shift that lack mindset if you're dealing with that, right? You've got to shift that first and have the belief in an abundant world and an abundant universe in order for you to manifest that. I manifested something really cool. Let me just go on a little side tangent. I needed something good because I was having a rough couple of weeks. And I was at the beach with my sister, and there was a couple behind us, and they had the greatest tunes playing. They were playing all that yacht rock genre. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but if you're in my age group, you probably are. Steely Dan, Boss Gags, Christopher Cross, all that. It was that playlist. So I was just singing along to every tune there. And so I was saying, oh, I want to go to a yacht rock concert because I had been last year. And I said, I wonder if there's one coming around this area. Sure enough, this weekend, I saw that there was a concert tonight. And then literally like a day later, a friend reached out randomly and said, I have an extra ticket to the Yacht Rock concert Friday. Does anybody want to go? So I jumped on board, so I'm going tonight. It's like that. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I'll be singing the whole time. I know that for sure. All right, let's see. Let's pull from Nature's Whispers. My battery is about to die. Sugar, I hope I can finish this before it goes. Looks like it got really dark all of a sudden. I hope you guys can still see me okay. Oh, look at that. That kind of aligns with just what we were talking about, kids. Bountiful harvest. Bountiful harvest, number 28. So I think that's aligning perfectly with that flow of abundance that we just got. So I'm not even going to look in the book because I'm sure that's just a confirmation of that. So abundance is coming in for you if you are open and trusting and believing, okay? And abundance, it could mean an abundance of many things, not just financial abundance. Could be that. Could be abundance of great opportunities coming your way, creativity coming in, abundance of joy and fun and laughter. I hope that's the case. And then also what came out with that as well is laughter. So just a reminder, my friends, laughter is medicine for the soul. So find whatever it is in your life that brings you joy and laughter. And if you haven't laughed today, find something to make you laugh. Okay, and then what should we wrap it up with? Should we leave it at that? How about one from The Universe Has Your Back? All right, let's see. One final message. Hopefully my battery's not gonna die. What is it? When I lean toward love, I am led. Beautiful. Keep that heart wide open, friends. Lead with the love that you have within your heart and allow that love to flow in equal measure. All right, my friends, take good care of yourselves during this crazy eclipse corridor. Sending you much love. Take care.